Yes. The topic is employee training and development for organizational success. Training and development is an important activity that increases the performance of employee in an organization. And it is a building block which enhances the growth and success of an organization. Organization could benefit from training and development through winning the heart and the minds of employees to get them to identify with the organization, to exert themselves more on its behalf and to remain with the organization. Training and development are the process of investing people so that they are equipped to perform well and are part of overall human resource management approach that hopefully will result people making motivated to perform. Training refers to bridging the gap between current performance and the standard desired performance. There are different methods of training. The first one is on the job training, another type is off the job training. Regarding on the job training, the meaning is it refers to the methods that are applied at workplace where the employee is actually working. It means learning while doing. It is economical and time consuming. There are different methods of on the job training. The first one is apprenticeship training. Apprenticeship training is provided to the people seeking to enter skilled job like plumber, electrician, or iron workers. They are provided with training under the guidance of a master worker. Second one is internship training. Another on the job training is internship training. Internship training is a method for providing on the job training to the employees through a joint program in which educational institution and business firm cooperate. The learners carry on with the regular studies for the prescribed period. They also work in some factory or office to acquire practical knowledge and skills related to the field of expertise. Third method of on-the-job training is coaching. In coaching, the superior guides and instructs the trainee as a coach. The trainee works directly with senior manager and the manager takes full responsibility for trainees coaching. Fourth method of on-the-job training is job rotation. This kind of training involves shifting the training from one department to another or from one job to another. Job rotation allows training to interact with other employees, facilitating future cooperation among departments. Now we are going to see off the job training method. Off the job training are used away from the place of work. It means learning before doing. It is provided by experts, either from within or from outside the organization. It is more expensive and more time consuming. There are different methods of the job training. They are classroom, lectures, and conferences. Classroom, lectures, and conferences. The lecture or conference approach is a well adapted to conveying specific information and rules, procedures, or methods. Next method is of the job training is through film. Film can provide information and explicitly demonstrate skills that are not easily represented by other techniques. Next one is case study, one of the methods of on-the-job training. Cases are developed from the actual experiences of the organization. Cases represents attempt to describe as accurately as possible real problems that managers have faced. Next off-the-job method training is computer modeling. Computer stimulates to work environment by providing a programming to computer to imitate some of the realities of job and allows learning to take place. The next method of the job training is vestibule training. Vestibule training is a popular method for providing of the job training through which the trainees learn their job on the equipment they will be using at the actual working place. This is usually done when employees are required to handle sophisticated machinery and equipment. Next method of off-the-job training is program inspection. This method incorporates pre-arranged and proposed acquisition of some specific skills or general knowledge. Induction training. Induction training is given to new employees in order to familiarize them with the key employees of the organization and give information about the working of the organization. Next, we are going to see about development. Development focuses on the activities that the organization employing the individual or that the individual is a part of may partake in future and is almost impossible to evaluate. Development as a capacity and capability building on the employee and thus whole of the organization to meet the standard performance level. Now, training and development, how it helps. Training and development is an educational process that involves sharpening the skills, concept, changing attitude, and the gaining of more knowledge to enhance performance of the employees. Human resource management regarding training and development as a function concerned with organizational activity aimed at bettering job performance of individual and groups organizational setting. It is an attempt to improve current or future employees' performance by increasing an employee ability to perform through learning, usually by changing the employee's attitude or increasing his or her skill and knowledge. Employee performance depends on many factors like job satisfaction, knowledge, and management. But there is relationship between training and performance. This shows that the employee performance is important for the performance of the organization. Training and development is beneficial for employee to improve. Despite the great roles of training and development in organizational growth, success, many organizations lack basic skills that will encourage the growth and the success of the organization by training and developing employees. Now, let us see some of the theories on training and development. Cole, he defined training as a learning activity directed towards the acquisition of specific knowledge and skill for the purpose of an occupation or task. Caravan and bridge. Training is a planned and the systematic modification of behavior through learning events, activities, and programs, which results in the participant achieving the level of knowledge, skills, competencies, and the abilities to carry out their work effectively. Guys, there is a relationship between training and performance, indicating that employee performance is important for the performance of the organization, in which training and development is beneficial for the employee to improve training performance. McDowell's and Sanders said if employees are to experience flexibility, skills, knowledge, if they are to believe that they are valued by the organization they work for, and then they need to see visible signs of management commitment to their training and the career needs. Most of the employees consider employee training as a costly and unimportant expense to their companies. Untrained personnel may be more costly and unimportant expense to their companies. Untrained personnel, even the wages paid to them due to mistake, they could easily make. Braga said, found most of the research participants reported they have attended on-the-job training, which helped them to transform into practice. Employee training and development gives the workforce a good chance to realize their potential and eventually work at their highest level. A trained employee can handle more responsibilities than before due to newly acquired knowledge, which in turn improves their versatility. Proficiency in a particular area might even reduce the chances of equipment breakdowns as a result of human error. And there is also reduce the cost of repair. Imparting skill to employees is another tactic of retaining your skilled workforce. A workforce has been trained by the company will feel as a part of the company family. They will feel happier in their job and valued by their employer, and therefore will be more likely to stay within the firm. A trained staff will develop a sense of self worth and dignity as they will view themselves as more valuable to the organization, which will eventually culminate in higher job satisfaction. The retention of trained staff will not only reduce the high cost of recruiting new staff, but also have a positive impact on production. To remain in fair competition in the market, a firm needs to have skilled and trained workers who are familiar with both changes in technology and the changes in the taste of consumer. Trained personnel in these new areas will improve companies' strength in market presence. Organization should develop a solid organizational training and development plan that includes a selection of public open enrollment program for choice of employees, individual training needs, and custom in-house training for team training and development needs. There are some reasons behind training and development. They are called rationale for training and development. Staff training is an element in raising morale because it sounds out people for possible future promotion. It is important to train and develop employees so far as possible, even if they mean of running risk of losing to other organizations. Technological development and organizational changes have gradually caused some employees to realize that success lies in the skills and abilities of employees. Thus, this means the considerable and continuous investment in training and development. Human resource management concepts such as commitment to the company and the growth in the quality movement have promoted senior management teams to realize that the increased importance of training and employee development and long-term education intended to mean basic instruction in knowledge and skills designed to enable people to make most life in general. Communication and proficiency. Adequate training and development produces marked improvement in employee communication and proficiency of performance as well as extending retention time. Employees with good communication skill gather more information concerning procedure technologies related to job performance, thus assuming greater accountability and subsequent responsibility, both of which affect improve efficiency. Also, training and education have been shown to have significant positive effect on job involvement, job satisfaction, and organizational commitment. Attitudes in training. Relationship between training and attitude as it is related to working with others. Successful organization achieve a partnership between workers and management. The partnership includes participation in teamwork activities and continuous learning application. The reported findings further suggest that employee participation in decision making and problem solving develops organizational trust. Employee capacity building as model for organizational success. Learning, training, and development can have two meanings for employees. It can be perceived as an intrinsic motivator as they support employees' growth, learning, and development. It can also be an extrinsic motivator because they give employees more tools they can use during their work for achieving their goals. Generally, it is understood that when employees get to know more about their job, their confidence increases. Thereby, they are able to do work without much supervision from immediate manager, which in turn builds their self-efficacy and commitment. Now we are going to see something about benefits of training and development. First point is increased productivity. Timely and relevant training helps to boost productivity by choosing skills, knowledge, and performance gap and arming your employees with new ideas, best practices, and skills they have put into practice in their job right away. Their competence, ability, confidence level increase. As a result, employees are able to make better decisions and do their job smarter and more efficiently. Second benefit is return on investment. By making training and development a strategic priority of the organization and implementing it in a thoughtful and deliberate manner, a company can benefit from measurable return on investment. For example, you can do pre and post training assessment, measure the improvement. You can translate into financial return when you calculate the value of saved time, increase productivity, increase sales. It is important for organization to view training and development as an investment, not an expense, and to leverage training and development for the achievement of business and organizational goals. Another benefit from training and development is increased employee satisfaction and retention. Investing in employees' training and development enable employees feel more connected, valued, accountable, focused, and part of the team. And while we cannot expect any employee to stay with the organization for their entire career, nor do we necessarily want them to. It has been proven to increase employees' sense of loyalty and decrease turnover. More people by nature want to learn new things, expand their knowledge base and skill set, and grow as professionals. Most people do want to be able to advance in their careers. When the organization has invested in their development, both the company and individual can reap great rewards. Not only can training and development is a tool for filling knowledge and skills gap, but also a mechanism for rewarding employees who are high potential and high achievers. Next benefit is nurturing organizational learning culture. It is important to foster a learning culture at your organization, one where expectations are clearly set from the outset and where the benefits for the employees and for the organization are shared. It is also important to be able to point out the success stories within the organization and to always walk the talk. In order to ensure success, it is important to have a plan in place of transfer of knowledge back at the workplace. You can encourage employee to implement key things by sending your employees to open enrollment public program where they can get network with their peers at a different organization and across industries. They are provided with forum to test their safe environment and discuss ideas and best practices that they can bring back to their organization. They should be encouraged to apply these new ideas to their workplace immediately and also to share ideas with their teams back at the organization. One of the way of doing is to encourage the employees to host a lunch and learn where they can present the key takeaways to their teammates. At the end of the day, it is our employees that are greatest assets. When we upgrade our plant and equipment, we need to renew individual skill set, upgrade our teams, and arm them with what they need to know to remain competitive and do their best work. It, in this increasing competitive global marketplace, the organization who invest in employees training and development are the one who will win. Now, let me say some differences between training and development. We see the meaning of training. It is a process of increasing knowledge and skill. Development is a process of learning and growth. The purpose of training is to enable employees to do their job better. The purpose of development is to enable the overall growth of employees. The scope of training is job oriented process. The scope of development is career oriented process. The training is suitable for employees at lower level. Development programs are designed for middle and top level managers. And there are many benefits of training to the organization. So, what are the benefits of training to the organization? First thing is systematic learning. Learning impart systematic learning to employees, thereby helping to avoid wastage of effort and money, and is considered as better than hit and trial method. Second benefit for the organization is higher profit. It increases employee productivity both in terms of quality and quantity and leading to higher profit. Third benefit of training and development for the organization is reduce absenteeism and employee turnover. Training increases the morale of employees and reduces absenteeism and employees turnover. Training minimizes the need for supervision. It helps in obtaining effective response to fast changing environment, technological and economic. Training prepares for the future. Training equips the future manager who can take over in case of emergency. There are many benefits of training to the employee. So first one is better career option. Training leads to better career of the individual due to improved skill and knowledge during training. Better earning capacity. It helps the individual to earn more due to increased productivity. Check accident. It makes the employee more efficient in handling machine and less prone to accident. Increases the morale of employees. It increases the morale of employees' satisfaction of challenges affecting training and development. Training and development is a challenge as many organizations find it difficult to manage their employees. Appointing a training supervisor or director, forgetting him makes training very difficult, which may hinder the organizational goal. If any have had such substantial training in him to teach and organize program for teaching and to evaluate the outcome of the training and development. Some training problems emerge when it is regarded as an end rather than a means to an end. Failure of management to accept responsibility for employee training and development. Lack of knowledge and skill by manager in directing and executing training and development. Lack of information concerning the nature of training process required. If training sees no reason for learning and mastering the assignment, and no provision is made for job advancement and benefit, and when there is little or no incentive to learn the job ahead, the attitude of the top management staff are crucial to the success of training and development program and could make training when their responsibilities are neglected. There are some suggestions and recommendations in order to improve employee training and development and improve performance, service delivery. Management should increase the number of employees taking part in training and development. This can be done by providing incentives that may motivate employees to take part in training and development programs. Include prospects of promotion or the provision for hierarchies in the organization so as to indicate where performance is rewarded. The possibility of a salary increase can also be used as motivating factor to encourage employees to take part in training and development program. It is necessary for the companies who are the contention for a fair market presence, competition to offer employee training and development programs to their personnel as it will help the business profit margin as well as customer satisfaction. Access to transfer information on employee training and development programs can be improved by the responsible authorities. This is important in relation employee training and development as employees can only take part in employee training development program when they have access to information about them. So with this, I conclude my lecture with you all. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can ask. Dear participants, if you have any queries or questions, you can ask.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dr. Subramani, for your
Yes, sir.
enlightening session for today, generously sharing
Yes.
your wisdom and experience with us. On behalf of SEMS Welfare Foundation, I extend our deepest gratitude to Dr. Subramani for his gracious presence and immense value he has brought to this platform.